Welcome to tonight's broadcast. This is the broadcast of season 2 of the Tuesday night touring car series. Um, we're gonna kind of do things a little bit differently tonight. This is going to be the first broadcast of this season, and we don't have Grim here, but I do have Z here with me tonight. How you doing, Z?
How you guys doing?
He's going to help call these races, and I think we're going to do a couple because we didn't do one last week, which was the first week of the season, which we raced at Laguna, and we never got that in. And it was a great race.
It
Um,
was a tough one. Definitely a classic.
yeah, it's quite a combo. The car, the RX-7, and the track. It was interesting to say the least. Um,
Well, you couldn't drive a Mazda without being on Mazda Raceway.
yeah, it was fun for me. It was quite challenging, but the racing was good. So I'd like to go over that replay, and we're gonna do race one of it, and then we're gonna go to the second week, which was just the other night. And which which race were we gonna cover?
The first one.
The first one. Okay, and that was at Brands Hatch, and that was a blast. It was the short version of Brands Hatch, and it was quite quick, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. Especially with that full grid, everybody was really tight. Saw a lot of too wide that I didn't expect.
Yeah, and got a little hairy in places too when you were trying to do that. That's for sure.
There
But
was a couple spots, if you got off the line at all, you were gone. There's no catching it.
yeah, if you caught the edge, you were, yeah, back back to the back of the pack. That's for sure. But anyway, so I've got race one of Mazda at Mazda Laguna Seca queued up to go, and I think we should get it ready and let it fly and check out the race. What do you say, Z?
Let's go for it.
All right. So we're following one space, which I'm not sure why I picked him. I know I like the color of his car. I think the livery and the tires look awesome. I don't know
Great
if
combination.
is that cream or what is that?
On my screen, it looks kind of tan.
Yeah, it's some tan or cream. I guess it all depends on how the light hits it, but it goes good with the kind of orangish wheels. And he's a pretty fast runner, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. And as we continue to race with him, he continues to gain more and more speed. Just
Yeah,
about like everybody in this series, honestly.
yeah. I think that's due to familiarity.
Yeah, the more we drive with each other, the better we get with each other around the track.
Yeah, the more you can trust in what the person's gonna do. But anyway, let's see. We got 15 on the grid right now. Tap Out's leading it. He apparently took the pole, huh?
Yeah, he's been running some really fast times the past couple of weeks. I know at Brands Hatch he was doing really fast too.
Yeah, and
I
did
noticed a
COVID?
lot of these D1 guys are running black liveries or really dark colors. You can always tell when it's one of them. You've got the same matte black kind of look to it too.
Yeah. Let's see. One space. Tap Out still leading. Bobek. KG.
KG.
Yeah, he's up there. He's fast too. Look at all these fast guys. Look at it. Look at the top five, top six, and then it's just a very fast field.
What's mind-boggling for me is KG's on a DS3. And there's just no way I could go back to running on a controller after using a wheel, and he's right up there with all of us with a wheel.
Yeah, I've never played with a DS, never seen a DS, don't know what a DS is, don't really care. It's all about a wheel to me,
Oh yeah.
you know. I'm gonna drop back here and see what we got going here. Back in the pack, because racing's pretty tight all the way through. Let's see here. We got Euclid and Warden. Yeah, Euclid's really jumping back into where he was before he took that little break.
That break was him getting a new rig, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he's on a wheel. And has he completely weaned himself off that controller?
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah, I think he has too. Yeah,
Ken
the
had a little
immersion.
drama, and he's catching back up now.
Yeah, Ken's fast. And GTP Fisher, I don't think I've ever raced with him before.
He's a new face, but he is definitely up to par with everybody in this series.
Yeah, he got right in and went like stink. Yeah.
Looks like the battle for first and second's heating up between Tap Out and Vovik.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Vovik is usually so methodical, you know. And
He's really fun to run with. So is Tap Out. You can always expect them to take a real proper and mature line through instead of pushing through and hurrying everything. Take their time. They'll make sure it's clean.
Yeah, that's you know, and this league is a really clean league, and it has a lot of good racers that are patient.
Ken Dog got past Euclid.
That wasn't easy. Oh, nice. They had a Warden too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
Ooh,
a
look at
pack
look
of
at
5
this.
there.
Wow.
You're
Yeah,
in the
well,
mix there at
Warden's
the
been
end.
running really fast lately. I mean, he's really picking
Yeah.
up the pace. He's making us look bad, or me look bad at least.
Hey, I'm at the bottom of this list this week. Laguna Seca was a bad race for me.
Yeah, it was the car track combo was a handful. You had trying to push it could really bite you.
It's got a lot of power. You've got to respect it.
Yeah, it'll throw out. And man, if you've got the power down when you catch the edges, have mercy.
Looks like KG and One Space are bunching up there at the corkscrew. Vovik and Tap Out still together.
Man, if you can stay ahead of Volvic, you're doing something.
You're doing something right, that's
Yeah.
for sure. Grimm's kind of reeling him in too. Starting to pull up onto One Space and KG.
Yeah, well, because they're racing, that's why.
Yeah, he's able to just race against the track.
Yeah.
They're having to race against each other.
Yeah, and the closer they get, the worse it'll get, and the more he'll pull up.
It looks like he's running on softs. Everybody in the top 6
yeah.
is running softs.
Right. And, yeah, I mean, just, you know, the fast guys want to run the fast time. They want to qualify. They're going to be up front in the first race, you know. That's why I usually qualify on hards, because I know I'm going to be mid to back of the pack anyway, you know, because look, look at the grid. Look at who's racing. Look at the times that they pulled. That's hard to get. That's hard. It's a tough qualifying session.
This is a tough track. And running as close as they are, KG and One Space still all over each other. Same for Vovik and
One
Tap Out.
Space just past KG.
Yep. Yeah, everybody is on softs except for Cape, myself, Grandpa, Desert Penguin, and Ice Warden. We all started on. I think Ice actually. Nah. Everybody, all of those 5 started on hards. Everybody else was on softs.
I had to be on cards, didn't I?
No, well, you're on softs now.
Really? Wow.
So it should be interesting to see where everybody's pits line up.
Yeah, because these two guys in the front, Bovic and wow, Tap Out's doing pretty good on tire management.
Wow. It looks like everybody's about the same. Yeah. One Space is kind of pushed a little bit harder.
Ooh,
He's running.
He's a 5. That outside front.
Grim's at 5 too, but he's been pushing to try and catch up to One Space and KG.
Yeah, he's not that far off of KG now.
No. Once he gets that draft, he's got him in his sights. He's gonna get him.
Yeah, well,
It's only a matter of
catching him
time.
and catching him and passing him is 2 different things, though.
Famous words of Grim himself.
Yeah. Man, look at the line back here. Let's see, we got Warden, Fisher, Euclid.
Yourself?
He's back
And Cape?
there. Let's see, who's these? Somebody pitting already.
That would be
Dog.
myself and Ken Dog.
Yeah.
Ken Dog was getting off of softs. He spun out a couple times though, so he was probably running pretty low on his tires.
Yeah.
Myself, I was just tired of being on hards. A little bit early though.
Yeah, they can be frustrating. There's quite a difference between race softs and race hards.
Looks like One Space is kind of pulled away from KG and Grim.
Well, I guess, is he making any time for those two?
Grim ducks into the pit. Interesting timing.
Yeah.
Looks like he's the only one to pit this lap.
He usually pits early and tries to get a clean pit, huh?
Time in pits lost because of pit crews or cars in the way.
No, see,
Make
look
all
at,
the
I'm
difference.
on race hards.
Let's see, from my screen it says you're on race softs, so
Okay.
that might just be a glitch in the game.
Yeah.
Tap Out and Vovik still sitting on 5 and 4. One Space has got his pass or right front to 3 now. KG's down to 4.
Who's number 3?
That would be me.
You and DP, huh?
Yeah. Trying to take it nice and easy around
Ice
him.
Warden behind you. Yeah. Oh, Ice.
Good
Yeah.
save. You didn't lose a lot of time there.
He didn't like this combo.
Oh, I think I took him out on race 3 on accident towards the front beginning of the race, and then we all just kind of battled for last place for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think he was thrilled with this combo at all. You can tell if he doesn't finish good, you can tell he's not thrilled with it because Ice is pretty fast.
He is definitely a fast driver.
Yeah.
Raced with him in Snail Sunday races, in the new Sunday DTC. Really fun series.
Yeah,
If
that was.
anybody's got a chance, definitely check that out.
I broadcast that the other day, and that was some pretty epic stuff there. Some heck hellacious battles, laps and laps.
Tap Out and Vovik battling it out in the pits.
In the pits. and Warden's in third.
He hasn't pit yet, has he?
He's on racing softs, is what I see, and he's on 5 and 6. What tire management, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
And look at he gets into first now. Ethan.
Oh, it looks like Cape might split up Vovik and Tap Out coming out of the pits.
Yeah, if I remember, he did too. And Cape was catching me too. And I'm going like, hey, thanks, Robert.
Yeah, Vic's gonna try and use him like a pick though to keep Tap Out away from him at this point. He needs to get as much space as he can away from Tap.
He must have took a lot less gas than Tap Out did. Or, we didn't stick with that battle. Maybe there was some.
It looks like Tap Out took probably 20 more liters than he did. Everybody's pretty much gotten into their rhythm here. Pack's pretty spread out, with the exclusion of Tap Out and Cape. The Cape just went into the pits, so Tap Out's gonna kind of pull away from him now. One space is catching up to Tap Out.
Let me see. So, why was that guy waving the checkered flag?
You saw that too?
Yeah.
I thought that was just me.
What was that? I'm going like, I know I've seen that.
10.5 minutes to go, guy.
Yeah, I'm going like, huh? You're drunk, dude. Put the flag down.
Time to hang it up.
Wow. That was something. Okay, so Warden's still out there.
Warden's got a commanding lead, and he's just now getting on to threes on his front.
Wow.
Looks like Vovik's closing in on you.
Yeah, geez. I'm sure he is. And he's got fresh tires. He'll be all over. I should be going in the pits here.
Warden just ducked in.
There we go. See,
there you go.
Yeah. Oh, one space is. He's driving the wheels off that thing, isn't he?
He's trying to catch up. He's closed that gap from Tap Out to him.
Tap Out's best lap is 1:21.405.
Yeah, one space is a 1:21.432.
Wow.
So it's very close. The gap right now between the two is about 2.2 seconds. And it's moved to 2.3 coming out of Sector 1.
He must have looked in his rearview mirror. Tap Out must have looked in his rearview mirror.
Accelerate a little more.
Is he getting closer to me? Oh, it's time to get serious. And look who.
Euclid and Warden are battling it out now.
Look who made it in the fourth. Fisher.
Ah, Fisher's moved his way up.
Yeah.
He's sneaky like that.
Yeah, he is. Very.
Didn't even see him get up there.
Yeah, we had a heck of a battle in one of those races. I remember.
He's got KG all over him, those.
Yeah, that's not always fun. I mean, he won't hit you or anything. It's just he likes to pressure you. He wants to be there when you make a mistake, or
Get that nose in.
help you cause a mistake,
Fisher's running some really fast sectors right now. He's definitely closing that gap.
Wow, look at KG's best lap time, 1:21.3.81. That is right up there with the top three boys.
It is. Top 4. One space is right up there with Tap Out and Vovik.
Yeah, these guys are all mid to lower 121s. Those are fast laps. Warden's got fresh tires and putting some pressure on old Euclid right now.
And I've got some pretty worn tires coming up behind him. So I probably won't jump into this battle. Just sit back.
Well, Euclid's on fresh too.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. So, that'll... Whoa!
Let's shortcut the track a little bit.
Man, I don't like how you come down through there, man. I'm like, whoa! That'd make your stomach drop out. And Kate's around me. And you're in the pits.
KG's losing Fisher now. He's starting to pull away.
Really?
One space, Tap Out, and Vovik are about evenly spaced from each other on the track.
Yeah, they've gotten... Ooh, now they made...
So it looks like you're catching up to Cape Cod there.
Am I? Yeah, not for long. I'll mess it up. I have a short attention span.
Looks like you guys are closing in on Euclid and Warden as well.
Yeah. Well, Kate definitely is.
Some drama out of the corkscrew for Burnt.
Yeah, that's what I said. I told you I'd mess up. Yep, trying to put too much pressure, actually making up some time and going like, yeah, I'm catching him. Oh, that's all right. You'll just let him go. Look at, he's still waving that flag up there.
Go, little flag guy, go.
Man, your arms got to get tired, man. Lap after lap. Just keep
25 minutes.
Yeah, waving that flag, huh? Yeah, everybody, this is definitely the battle here, it looks like, because everybody else looks comfortably spaced out between themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is... Man, look at Cape go. Ooh, no contact.
He saved Warden.
Yeah,
Tapped
he
the front
kind of
end.
did, huh?
Cape's last lap was a 122.000.
122 flat. No wonder he's made up time. No wonder I spun out trying to catch up to him. There was no way. Look at
He's
him
trying to take the outside line. Oh,
wow.
man,
Very
that was a
nice.
fast line. definitely showing of two great drivers coming around that turn.
Yeah. God, he made up some spots there. What, 3 or 4 spots, and
Matter of 2 laps,
yeah.
2 laps. He was over 30 seconds behind Vovik. He's closed that down to 29.5 now.
See, Ken's on 8s and 7s. Grandpa's on 7 and 5. There's still.
Ooh. Grim and Cape's catching up to Grim now.
Well, he's used them tires up.
Yeah. Grim's on hards though, and is Cape on hards or softs?
Well, who knows, because it doesn't.
Well, I think he started on hards.
Yeah. Maybe
so that would put him on softs now.
Yeah. I wonder if he's going like a race pace. Yeah, he's got to be if he's pulling them tires.
Is he going to take that inside line?
122 flat.
Oh, he's going to follow right behind him. They'll probably set him up for turn 1. Outside, inside. And I think Grim opened it up a little bit for him. He knew that he wasn't going to battle that. Just put his hand up. He's like, "Yep, go ahead."
Yeah, nothing I can do.
Rather give up position than lose the race completely. So now Cape's just trying to close the gap between him and KG, but I don't think he's going to get it. I don't think there's enough time. KG is still trying to catch Fisher.
Boy, Fisher ain't got much fuel. Look at that fuel gauge.
Ooh. I think maybe that's why he got up there, snuck in, took a little less fuel in the pits.
Yeah, but he ain't going to have enough.
He's not going to have enough to finish the race. But look at one space. He's pretty low, too.
Woo. But he got more than Fisher does. Fisher ain't got much.
Twice as much.
Yeah. It looks like Volvic and Kappa's got plenty. Volvic should have enough. He got one more lap though, right? There's gonna be one more lap after this. This is gonna be the final lap, you think?
This will be the final lap. White flag's out.
Alright, so
final lap.
He got more than that. One space will make it. Boy, I don't know about Fisher.
Well, Fisher.
Man,
I think this corkscrew is what's gonna do it for him. Still going.
Well, all that moving around is shaking that what little fuel in the tank, from side to side to the intake. God, he's got to be on complete fumes, doesn't he?
KG's made up a lot of time. He's definitely been pulling back.
He went around. And that was it. He's out.
That was it. Yep,
he's out. There goes KG.
Now, of course, the guy's waving the checkered flag still. At least this time it counts.
So Fisher is going to come across and...
We'll make it Cape or Fisher. Oh, Cape got it.
And
Grim almost had him. Same for you. Right there behind.
Somebody else. Ice. What are these guys out?
I think Ice.
Ice is out. Oh, or he got taken over.
Yeah, and DP was out too.
Yeah. Well, that was That was a pretty good race.
There's some
I
fun battles in this.
boy, that you know, the pit strategy is all about pit strategy with Volvic and Tap out. You know,
They're battling it out into the pits.
yeah, into the pits. They're coming out. Let's stop this. Yeah, he come out before him about 20. God, was it 20 liters or he took
Probably about
less?
15.
Yeah, he took less, and he still had enough to make it to the end. But he wasn't really catching him before that. Not really
No, they were about
all
even.
all the way all the way to that pit. He was working hard trying to catch Tap out. But
Well, this car is hard too, because with the way that it's balanced in weight, if it starts to slide and it catches during your counter steer, it'll throw you when it catches. It's not like you can drift very well with it. It's got such good grip, it'll just throw you in the way you were counter steering. So you've got to be real careful on that throttle.
yeah, yeah, you gotta know how to feather it. You can't mash it because it'll get ugly. It'll get ugly quick. All right, let's queue up the Brands Hatch race. We're gonna do the first one. Did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was darn darn good race. Now, this was the '80s version. I'm not quite sure what was different about the '80s version from the other version.
Turn 3, I believe, is the main difference.
Oh yeah.
Turn 3 in the 80s version, you can almost go full throttle, if not full throttle, depending on your line. Whereas in the modern version, they've made turn 3 a lot tighter. It's more like a 45 or maybe even a little bit less of an angle. It's definitely a tighter angle that causes you to lift off and maybe even brake depending on the vehicle you're driving.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I have got my console queued up to the Brands Hatch race.
I'm right there with you.
Okay. And I happen to be at the back of the pack with HC Firefighter '09.
Nice to
That's
see him racing with us.
yeah, it was good for him to make it in qualifying, huh?
Yeah, I think he's tried knockout qualifying a couple times, but we've had a couple really fast drivers get in, because they missed the top 10, which it's hard to just stay in the top 10 now.
Yeah, it is. The qualifying is something else, man. I hate that qualifying, that knockout qualifying. It's so stressful.
So happy to have gotten my bye from getting this and not having to qualify on Wednesday. Knockout qualifying is just really tough.
Dude, I got it the first week, and because I was the highest one at Laguna, I got to get in because I wasn't in the top 10 on a Wednesday night race car series. So I got that pass for the first week. Man, I'm glad I did because the times those guys were running, I, I don't think I would have got in.
Yeah, the fastest times in knockout qualifying were almost half a second faster than the fastest time during the race.
Yeah, that's double tough. But anyway, besides HC Firefighter, it was nice to have Fallen racing with us, Centaur racing with us, Blue Ninja.
Haven't seen
Haven't
him.
seen him for quite a while, so it was good to see him back.
Season 1 of the race car series, I think, was the last time.
Yeah. Well, we had a lot of faces that I hadn't seen much after that, after the first series. It's like, like Dragon Whiskey. It was like they came out. A lot of the Snail members came out in support of the series and support of Grimm and stuff to get the series, going. And once the series got going and they seen what great racing was there, everybody else wanted to join. So they just floated back to the background and let all the competitors come in. And so we haven't seen a lot of them guys, and some of them, we have seen back trickle in here or there. So it's nice to see the guys back that we haven't seen for a while. Are you ready to get this show on
Yeah.
the road?
So
All
it
right.
looks like Tap Out qualified pole, and Grimm took second. Vovik following right behind there, of course.
Yeah.
Expect nothing less.
Look at that grid. Look at all them cars. Love it. Love having these full grids like this, man. Makes it so fun. So tense.
Especially on a small track like
Yeah,
this.
coming into them first turns, the first 2-3 turns, it's insane. And they're
HC's splashing his lights, letting everybody know, go ahead and go by. I'm not trying to battle you.
ooh, look at that. Z and Warden going at it. Ooh, he went off there. Wow, he's going all the way back. Vovik.
Yeah.
Vovik went off and all the way. Oh, man. Warden got loose. He's going back. Wow. Look at how
Tap
fast.
Out's checked out.
Yeah, he has. But look at how fast you go from where you were to the back of the pack, man. Seconds. Just a couple of seconds.
One slip and you're back there.
Woo. Man, one space all over.
All over Euclid.
Oh, train running hot. Look at that. Oh, that's the color.
Looks like Centaur's trying to make a move on you. Grimm
Yep.
following right behind.
Yep. They sure did.
Too wide into turn one. That's nuts.
Yeah, I kind of went. I had a hard time in turn one. I didn't know whether to go short or try to go a little bit farther, deeper. Deeper didn't seem to work for me.
Fallen Log, KG, Grimm, Centaurs, and yourself all in a train.
Yeah, sometimes you got to be patient. Even, you're running like hell, but you got to be patient in that group. Got to just stay on a line and.
Well, a lot of the time you don't realize it, but when you're following another vehicle, or another person, you'll start to get into their rhythm and completely forget your rhythm. So it'll take you a lap or two once you do get past them to get back into your rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Grimm past KG.
Wow. Ooh.
And Fallen Log has a little bit of slippage, gives Grimm the spot. Grimm's moving his way right up towards the front now.
Yeah, I think Grimm does pretty good at this track.
He was in second. Did he have an off at the beginning?
I'm not sure. It was pretty hectic. It's hard to watch them try to get all the action on a big grid when they're so close.
And Grimm's closing in on Cape really fast. He is right on his bumper now.
And then you got three going at it behind him. Fallen and Centaurs and KG. I think Cape's always ran well. He's always real solid competitor, good racer. But I don't know. I think he likes this type of car. I think it suits him a little bit better. He seems to do pretty well.
It's a real technical car, I think. And I think that's what it is. It's just about how smooth of inputs you can put in. And he's always been really predictable, really smooth.
Yeah.
Grim got past him, not too bad. It was a nice, smooth, clean pass.
As his usually are.
Oh, who came off? Oh, that's HC Firefighter. Tap out is just completely gone.
Oh, I know. He's way out. He is checked out.
I was pushing, I was doing everything I could to catch up to him. My sector times aren't that much further off than his. Sector 1 is where he had me most of the time. I just could not close that gap. It just kept getting a little bit bigger each time. But with this track, it made a real big difference on pit strategy. Some people ran one stop, some people ran two. And that's going to play a big part come the end. I think it's going to jumble up the grid quite a bit.
Yeah. Some of these races we've been having lately, the pits have been just so wild, so all over the place. And I think that's due to the fact that, if you have offs or if you have contact or, you're going like, well, I might as well go in the pits right here, or something. But then you get traffic all over the track too, and you get some guys that are on fresh tires because they pitted early, getting caught by one of the really fast guys up front, maybe trying to lap them or something, and having really, really good battles with you on your fresh tires, them on old tires, but they're so fast that it's a fun battle trying to work with them like that. I've had a few at least.
Yeah. My strategy for this was just to stay on the track.
Oh, goodness gracious, yeah.
If you could stay on the track, you pretty much had a pretty good position.
Well, there's a few places on this track that I struggled quite a bit with trying to figure out where I needed to be so I didn't go off into the dirt,
Ooh.
And that back there was one of them.
Battle for third is heating up now. Grandpa in one space is just eating the paint all over Grandpa.
Oh, and then Grandpa goes around. He's struggling a little with this car.
This car really get into you, especially, it just takes a little bit.
Yeah, you got to finesse that accelerator a little bit more than usual.
And now he's going to have to drive real easy to get that grass off.
Yeah, otherwise he'll be off again. Yeah, see this corner, that corner right there, all through that, at the start of it, at the end of it, it's really easy to get in the dirt there, I find.
Grim and myself take our first pits. I
Ooh,
believe that's the first pit.
Around.
That was HC Firefighter. I think he was trying to get out of everybody's way going into turn 1 because he didn't want to block anybody. Tap House taking his first pit now.
That puts one space in second.
We've got Bovic and Centaurs Vovik closing on Centaurs. Got Cape and
Ooh,
Warden,
Volvik's on 5 and 3s,
Fallen, and KG.
and Centaurs is on 6 and 5s.
Centaurs. Is he on softs or hards? I don't think he's pit yet, and my screen says softs.
Yeah, I think he is on soft. I think he just had some really good tire management. Volvik's a little hard on tires. He can really wear them down because he's just driving the shit out of the car, I
Yeah,
think. But, you know, even though he shows more tire wear, I don't think it really affects his ability to control
driving,
that
yeah.
car. Yeah. You know,
He gets down to ones and he's still
he
taking
still
the
can,
turns.
yeah, he can still drive, yeah. Where we'd be just a total nightmare.
Oh, it looks like Euclid's moved his way up to the front now. He's got a pretty nice lead over Centaurs. Tap out following right behind. Of course, once Euclid and Centaurs make their rounds for pit stops, there's Euclid's.
Euclid and Centaurs might go in now.
Nope, Centaur's going to take another lap.
Yeah. He's at what? He's 14.
Warden's got Fallen right on him, and KG right behind him, and he's trying to close the gap on Cape. Oh.
Spun around. KG falling.
I bet that was just a relief for Warden right there, just taking a breath. All right, now I've just got to deal with them behind me. Of course, there I am, closing the gap up between them. Tap out just gone. He is. Centaurs is going another lap. So that puts him on 3 on the front.
Wow.
He's really trying to push that tire as long as it can go.
Yeah, you know, I've tried that strategy, and it seems like you just lose more time.
Yeah. You've got to find that right medium between where you're losing time on the tires and where you're gaining time by staying on them.
Yeah. Oh, and he's going to do another one, too.
Man, that's pushing a lot more than I was able to. There's Tap Out making his inside move for first.
Oh, well, he's down to 2, so it's... I bet you he don't go another one after this.
There's no battle in that, too. Looks like KG and myself.
Yeah.
No, it's you. KG's behind you, and then I'm behind him.
No, I'm way down.
Yeah, Centaurs did take his pit that lap.
Yeah.
Oh, he had to. He didn't really have any choice.
No, he won the lap.
At Cape, Grandpa, and Vovik.
Oh, Blue Ninja goes around. Oh, look at this. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
And Vovik in the grass.
Wow. That wasn't good.
Looks like I got past KG.
Well, I can't. Who was that? They all got caught up with him.
That was Blue Ninja Civic.
Yeah, but who? There was a group of three that got
They
caught up.
broke up after that. It was Vovik, Grandpa, and Cape.
Hmm.
Now we're looking. We've got Blue Ninja Civic, Warden, and Fallen in a little group. But it would just be Warden and Fallen. Ninja's a lap behind. He's still battling it out, though. It's nice to see that he's just going to go through, still do the best that he can. Push that little rotary motor.
Well, you can really rev them high, can't you?
Oh, yeah. And Grim made his way past KG. So that put Grim up into podium position, closing the gap right on to me. Me and Grim pit at the exact same time, so our tires should be fairly similar.
Yeah.
Unless he's on softs, which is quite possible, because I've got 8s on the front, 9s on the back, and he's got 5 and 6 on the front and 7 and 9 on the back.
Oh.
I know I'm on hards.
Yeah. With 8s.
Yeah, there's no way. The way that they're wearing evenly like that, I've got to be on hards.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gotta be on fast. Ooh, that KG? Yep. Was.
Got Centaurs, Warden, and Fallen coming down the front stretch. Oh, Blue Ninja's in there too.
10s. One's got 9s.
Ah, Grim made it past me, it looks like.
Yeah.
Definitely. Just falling.
Blue Ninja again?
I think this might have been his first time in the car, so trying to get in here and race. I don't know if he got any practice in or not, but I know that this is one car, especially with this track, that you had to put some time in before.
He's passed. Then race softs. Euclid's on hards. So
Grim and myself pit again.
we're going back to softs, huh?
Oh yeah, this is where all the time gets made up. 7.5 minutes of full throttle action. Somehow I came out of the pits both times in front of Grim. I think my car, the fact that we pit together, slowed him down.
Huh. Well, these guys are tight, aren't they?
Oh yeah. I'm right behind Fallen, just trying to
Uh-huh.
push as much pressure on him as possible. He knows I'm on fresh tires, and he knows I'm trying to put the gap between me and Grim.
And he ran.
Centaurus goes a little wide. Warden gets by him. I get by Warden.
Yep.
That was a really, really lucky pass.
Well, it's nice to have them fresh tires to be able to do stuff like that.
Yeah, if I was on any burnt tire at all, I would have slid right into the sand with him.
Yeah. Okay, so here we've got Volvic following Euclid. And they're about on the same colors, I guess. Thought I see Euclid come out of the pit, but I guess not.
Euclid may have started on hards and now has switched to softs. Where Vovic started on softs, and I think he did a one-stop. Although I think me and Grim might have been the only ones that, or I think Fallen might have done a two-stop. But for the first race, there was a lot of one-stops, just a matter of where they took them. Tap out is completely checked out from everybody. He's completed turn 3, and one space is just coming into turn 1.
Yeah.
So he's got probably a third of a track on one space with 4 3/4 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of battles now. It's just a matter of trying to get a rhythm and close any gaps. Take position of whatever you can that's close
Well, we've
by.
got less than 5 minutes to go. Grim is on pretty fresh tires. He's on 9s, and he's up to the back of Centaurs. And Centaurs is on 8s. Warden is on 8s and 7s. I wonder how many spots Grim can make up before the end of the race. He's an 8th now.
Yeah, and I've closed the gap between me and Vovic pretty quickly.
Yeah, you had tires on him.
Oh yeah, because he's on 6 and 7 now.
Yeah.
And I believe he's on hards too, so 6 and 7 on hards compared to my 7 and 8s on softs. And there it goes.
Lucky he hung on to that out there.
Well, Euclid stayed wide for me there too.
Yeah.
He knew I had tires on him and he wasn't trying to battle, so that was really nice and helpful. Looks like Centaurs is still holding Grim back.
Yeah.
You must be running a really defensive line to hold Grim.
Grim's pretty patient. You know, it was really tough to get a run there.
Yeah, you had to come really wide and aim for a very late apex.
Is he gonna get in here?
He's got the inside line coming into turn 3 or turn 2.
Down to second. Ouch. Okay, so he picked up that spot. Can he make up and catch Warden? I don't know. Quite a space there. Quite a space there.
Warden's on 6 and 7, and Grim's on 8 and 8. So Grim definitely has tires over Warden. I've closed the gap between myself and one space quite a bit now too. And Vovic and Ninja. Euclid coming up behind them.
Well, you're second now. What happened to one space?
I think I got an inside line on turn 1. He went a little wide because I had tires on him. There's no catching up to Tap Out. He's going into turn 1. I'm just coming out of the last turn to go down the straight.
Where is one space going to have enough fuel to get back around?
That might have been another thing too. I think he might have been trying to conserve fuel.
Conserve, huh? Yeah, because he's in sixth.
This whole lap,
he's in sixth. Yeah, look at what gear he's in. That's exactly what he's trying to do. I'm trying to keep low RPMs.
Will Vovik and Euclid pull by him? Or will he push? Will this be the last lap? 3, 2, 1. Yep, this will be the last lap. It kind of looks like Tap Out slowed down a little bit there so they didn't have to go another lap.
Never know.
And one space holds off Vovik for the finish.
Yeah.
That was close.
He barely had enough fuel to do it too. Yeah,
Grim's
he
right
must have
on
been
Warden.
on strategy.
Warden handled Grim right at the end. Still had about a car length on him. Centaurs, then KG and Grandpa, followed by Cape and Fallen. Nice close finish between those two.
Yeah, that was a terrible race for me. Well, that was interesting.
Good racing by everybody. Nice full grid. Love to see all of those cars.
Makes it interesting throughout the race, especially, as we get spaced out with the pits and stuff. It's like usually anywhere you're at on the track, you can still get in and get grouped and have races with people.
Even if you're laps behind, you can still race with people.
Yeah,
everybody's always together in this series. This one and the Wednesday series. You can always find somebody to race with.
Yeah. Now let's see. Do you know what track we're going to next?
For the Tuesday series?
Yeah.
I'm
not sure.
I can find out.
And I'm not quite sure what the standings are at the moment either.
Trial Mountain Reverse.
Oh. And we just did Trial Mountain Reverse
We did Trial Mountain Forward.
No, in the Wednesday night series, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we did it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a fun run around there in reverse.
It's a new way to look at that track.
Yeah, it's a lot different. Let's see. The standings are what? Well, I'm looking at results from Brands Hatch. Nice podium, Z, race 1. And you got 2 podiums, huh?
Yeah, this is the first week I've hit 2 podiums in a row.
Yeah.
Well, not in a row, but in the same night.
Very nice.
And then, of course, that gave me my 41 points to get my bye into Wednesday without knockout qualifying.
And look, so the standings as of today, after the Brands Hatch, Tap Out is leading in the standings.
5 points.
Yeah, over Vovik. That is surprising. Boy, that's gonna give Vovik something to shoot for.
It'd be 3 points if he wouldn't have gotten the 2 points of pole. Tap Out's gotten pole twice this season.
Wow. Nice. Nice. And Grimm's in third, tied with KG,
Tied with
67.
KG.
Yeah. One
One
space,
space.
1 point back. Cod just 2 points back up of that. That's some tight. That's tight. In the top six.
Then
Wow.
the next two, they're only 1 point apart as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Warden and
Warden and
you.
myself.
Yeah.
Then you're still in the top 10.
Yeah. Thank God. No knockout qualifying. Thank God. Yeah, I always am very thankful if I make it into the, right. You got to do that knockout qualifying, especially if you got to do knockout qualifying the first week of the new season, because that's when
Yeah.
everybody's there. It's packed. You got a lot of people doing knockout qualifying, and a lot of them are very fast.
We had 11 people fighting for 5 spots in the first week, didn't we?
Something like that. It was insane. It was, yeah, it was crazy. I was going like, wow, I'm glad I'm 10th. Okay, well, I think we're about done here for the Tuesday night, hey?
Yeah,
Okay,
that catches us up for Tuesday.
yeah, and maybe Grim will be able to get some time and be with us next week for Trial Mountain.
Reverse.
Yeah, coming down the hill like a madman. All right, dude, we're gonna call it time, and we'll get this up for our viewers' consumption.